Hey there, dreamers and doers. Welcome back to Link with Loveworks. Today we are starting with a TikTok music challenge. And don't worry, you don't have to watch me dance. You don't have to dance unless you want to. Sam Kahre is actually with us today, and he's a classically trained cellist from Oklahoma City who has played with Mark Wood, who's the co-founder of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and a lot more. In fact, he has played 8 times an OKC Thunder game, and every time that he's played, the Thunder has won. I don't think that's a coincidence. And instead of asking you, Sam, who haven't you played, or instead of asking who have you played for, is there someone that you haven't played for?
Man, probably one of my favorite artists of all time is Ed Sheeran, and actually a friend of his too is Passenger. To my and they're similar, but Ed Sheeran's more a little bit more on the pop side, Passenger's more on the folk side. But those are two guys I would love to play for those guys.
Well, it's funny. I asked who haven't you played for because you played for some really, really cool people. I'm going to name some of them off. So, like Justin Timberlake, Blake Shelton, Carrie Underwood, Hillsong, Kiss, Kenny Chesney, Trace Adkins, Chris Stapleton, New Kids on the Block, and Post Malone are just some of those that we can name. And so we're excited to have you on our episode today. And we're going to play a game first. So if you're out there, you're listening, we're going to see if you can win today by guessing some of the popular TikTok songs that Sam is going to play just a quick snippet of. So he's going to play about 30 seconds of the song. If you know what it is, if you can guess what it is, comment it. Our moderator is listening right now, or she's watching right now. And if you are the first correct guesser, we'll send you a prize. Why not? So I'm going to pass it on to Sam because he plays beautifully and amazingly. And so he's going to play some songs. If you can guess it, let's do it.
All right, here's the first one. I think this will probably be a good, easy one to start out with. You can guess that one. Here's the next one. Here's that one. Another one is there's that one, and then a little bit more hard. last one. It's going to be the hardest because I'm not going to put a track with it. So you're just going to have to listen carefully to the cello. All right, here he goes. There it is.
Sam, that was awesome. I'm glad my screen wasn't shown just with all the fun bopping and dancing. So if you thought, man, I wish he would play more of that song, Sam's actually going to play a full song for us at the very end of this episode. So don't miss it. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
So hey there, dreamers and doers. I'm Carolyn.
Lydia.
And I'm Braden, and welcome back to Link with Loveworks. Link with Loveworks on Thursdays is where we spend a few minutes giving a Link recap of our Monday special guest and to get inspired of stories around the world of people spreading hope.
You can find and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you have access to all 21 of our previous episodes.
So it's time for our roll call. So if you guys will drop in the comments what your name is, your age, and where you live. And today's question is, what's your favorite local restaurant? So what's your favorite local restaurant? Braden, what's your favorite?
Okay, so I have to go with Tino's on Main Street. I've known the family for a while, and every time I go there, you got to get the chicken parmesan sandwich. That just slaps.
Yes, I'm more of a fast food kind of girl. And so this one started in Edmond. Cane's, oh my gosh, their chicken to die for. And that lemonade is on point, just saying.
I'm going to give a shout out to a restaurant that was across the street from Loveworks when we were on Main Street. I gotta love Scratch, and I wish they would bring back that meatloaf. It was so good. So thanks you guys for joining in for our 22nd episode. Braden, what do we have coming up?
Yeah, so in typical Loveworks style, we're going to jump right into action and share about our favorite part of the Monday Link interview with Brent Wheelbarger. He is the CEO of Trifecta Communications, the co-founder of Viribus VR Labs, which specializes in VR video game therapy for kids with cerebral palsy. He also just so happens to be a mentor for Ritual, which I may or may not be a part of.
That's all right. We say we share, you share. Let's grow together. Braden, what was your favorite part of his episode?
Yeah, so my favorite part had to be his 1 minute link where he talked about, sure, go out there and make a business, make money, but also go out there and make the world better.
Yunus is a Bangladeshi who won the Nobel Prize for his work in creating microloans for people in impoverished countries. This was an entirely new concept at the time he introduced it. And he sort of made it his thing to use innovation to stamp out poverty. Now, here's his strategy. According to him, quote, whenever I see a problem, I immediately go and create a company. That's what I do. And I thought that was a really cool free market approach to fixing things. But these companies he speaks about, they don't just make money. They make the world better on purpose. On purpose. And he follows this usually with something like this, quote, once poverty is gone, we'll need to build museums to display its horrors to future generations. Now, that's a bullish statement. That's enthusiasm. That is belief. That's faith. And I agree with Mr. Yunus. I personally believe the world belongs to enthusiastically creative innovators with unwavering faith that the world can be better and determination to use their God-given talents to make it so. And that would be my challenge to everybody watching this. It's fine to go out and make money, but what if you could also make the world better too?
Yes, I loved how he summed it up all together. My favorite part was when we asked Brent the famous Loveworks question, what advice he would give to his middle school self. Here's what he said.
So right off the top, what I would tell myself back in middle school or high school is that nobody in middle school or high school has it all together. I don't care whether it looks like they do or not, they don't. They may pretend like they do and act like they do, but they don't. Nobody does. So don't worry about them. Don't worry about all those other people because they don't have it together either. So don't worry about that. Instead, worry about something that matters to you. and get really, really focused on thinking about something that matters to you. And if you don't have anything that matters to you, then get really, really focused on finding something that matters to you.
That is just some really, really amazing advice that I always need to have. And so in the comment box below, feel free to share your favorite part from Monday's interview and let us know if there's any future guests you'd like us to feature on Link with Loveworks. And speaking of all those features, that brings me to my favorite segment on Hope Around the World, where we feature stories of people getting creative and spreading hope during this difficult time.
Yes, this first one is like actually so cool. Key West High School seniors found a new way to socially distance graduation. Students ride on jet skis with cap and gown and mask to meet their principal on a boat as he hands out his diplomas. Check out this clip.
Unique times call for unique measures. We've been telling our class of 2020 that any challenge can be overcome. So this is another challenge that we're going to overcome, and it's going to be their last challenge that they have to overcome for high school as they go out and start their life.
That is just so cool. Our second story comes locally from Norman, Oklahoma, with Brady Sexton. He is the owner of Scratch Kitchen and Cocktails Restaurant and has been spreading hope for our families right here in Norman. So hi, Brady.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's so nice to have you.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you. So Brady, how has this pandemic affected you both professionally and personally?
Personally, it was really scary. Still is scary. It was really scary to face down the loss of income in our household, and professionally, obviously, we were made to stop selling food for a little while, and we had to pivot to curbside only. So it was just a really scary time.
Yeah, I bet. You kind of already answered this, but can you go in more depth? How has the Scratch pivoted since the pandemic, and how have you been serving the community?
So we immediately started curbside service. We started thinking of what can we sell. We sold some specialty tiki glasses we had. We started making our cocktail mixes, ready to add so people could use them at home. We started doing family meals. So anything we could think of to give people a reason to come give us their business. What we did to help is we realized we had a lot of food on hand. So we started giving some away for free. We made some posts and we delivered food to people's homes. And then we started, it felt really good. So we just decided to do it every week. So for, 8, 9, 10 Mondays in a row, we gave out over 150 meals. So it was really fun to see it. And what was surprising was how everyone, all different social classes needed help. It was not just, people were just, their incomes were cut off suddenly, and people that had never thought they would have to ask for help, they needed food.
That's just really, really inspiring to hear. And so as we move forward to a better future, what is your big dream with your restaurant or personally related?
I used to give to the arts a lot, and I think this has really opened my eyes to the problem with hunger in this country. So my dream is to just continue doing what I'm doing and growing my restaurants. I've got another bottled cocktail company that I'm really dreaming will be big and be in multiple states. But my dream is now to help with hunger, because it's something that I love the arts. I always have. And I think I need to spend more time addressing the hunger problem in this country.
That's just really, really great to hear. So thank you, Brady, for coming on and especially doing more than expected of you for the Norman community. So
It's
Lydia,
our pleasure.
Yeah, so thank you so much. And Lydia, what's your next story of hope?
Well, this one actually touches my heart. Every high school girl wants a prom, but due to the pandemic, it got canceled. But never fear, 7-year-old Curtis is here. Due to the pandemic, his babysitter's prom got canceled. But he helped prepare food, her favorite food, and had a social distance dinner and dancing.
That is just so awesome. Our next story is the SpaceX shuttle launch. And on May 31st at 3:22, SpaceX launched the first shuttle launch on US soil in a decade, which was huge. The Crew Dragon, named the Endeavour, was a huge step and a total success for both NASA, SpaceX, and the USA. And to add even more awesomeness to this entire story, the story of the crew had a castaway. But don't worry, it wasn't a rat or anything. They brought along with them a plastic dinosaur to remember their sons back home. Also, I got to represent my NASA flight suit, which is always awesome.
Yes, I love your NASA flight suit. It's so awesome. And my parents made me sit through that, but it was actually kind of cool. So next we have Dr. Stella. She's a doctor in Redwood City, California, and she's been making informational TikToks to spread information and hope. Check out her TikToks.
Hey there, Dr. Stella. Thanks for joining us today.
Can you hear me? Hi.
Yeah, hey. Hey, so glad that you could join us and take some time with us. We know that you've been on the front lines of actually treating COVID-19 patients. And so we wanted to ask, can you give us an idea how this has been for you as a healthcare professional?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. The world's been turned upside down. I think the biggest change has been just basically going in and having to deal with patients that are more sick than you've ever imagined your entire life. And it's not even just the fact that just the disease process itself is different, but also in terms of how we as healthcare workers have to even come in and suit ourselves up to come and see these patients. And you have the extra layer of worrying about risking your own life and then coming home and bringing home the virus back home. So that's all. There's like so many different emotions and different stresses that come along with being on the front line. And those are like probably your top three.
Yeah, you have so much strength for doing that. What inspired you to create your fun, informational TikToks?
Well, a lot of it is my whole idea why I wanted to get on social media was the fact that I just felt that there was a lack of a lot of information that we're not getting in terms of just spreading information that's actually useful and fun in a fun way that people can actually really relate to. A lot of it is being a mom and not having an 11 and a 15-year-old, and I can see what they're learning in school. And I'm like, listening to that, I'm like, no, that's not necessarily true. And I just wanted to be in a way that it's something relatable and just something fun that would more likely stick to people.
That is just really, really, really cool to hear. And so we love to ask this question for a guest. And so, do you have any advice for our middle school and high school students listening out there right now?
Yes. Biggest thing, middle school, be honest, it's one of the toughest, actually hardest, I think, in terms of peer pressure and all that. But the most important things, if you've got a dream and there's something that you really want to go for, don't let your circumstances or whatever negativity that people have and they tell you. Believe in yourself, go for it. And a lot of hard work. Don't let the circumstances determine where you want to be. Just believe it and do it.
That is just so awesome. So tell us in the comments, all our viewers at home, how have you been spreading hope? We'll feature you or someone you know as a hope hero around the world. And again, thank you so much, Dr. Stella.
You're welcome.
If you guys are looking for more positive content, more stories like our blog, our podcast, or even our virtual or in-person summer camps, you can actually find all of our digital learning opportunities at loveworksleadership.org. And I want to share with you guys a quick, really special event that we're holding this Saturday here in Norman. And so we're doing a drive-through food drive for food and shelter. It's a local shelter here, June 6th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. All you have to do is load up your trunk with canned food, non-perishables, honestly, anything that your family would eat. Drive to the Loveworks Center and we'll unload it. You don't even have to get out of your car. The Loveworks Garden will also be open to anyone that wants to come and harvest the freshest vegetables I think you'll find definitely in Norman. So we've got a lot of kale, sweet peas, beautiful onions, radishes, and lots more. And so don't miss out this Saturday, 11 to 2.
And I'm so excited to see all the fresh vegetables. I haven't seen them in a while. So We're also so thrilled to announce that Sajid Sumro will be our next guest on Link with Loveworks on Monday. Sajid is an ambassador for peace, ambassador for volunteering, and the founder of the Learner's Tree, based in Pakistan. TLT's vision is to empower the youth through technical and soft skills training. His interest is to work with the youth and community services to promote the general welfare of the youth and the youth participation in the entire society. And we're so excited because this will be our first international episode. And again, big thank you to Brady, Sam, and Dr. Stella for all joining us today.
And remember, everyone, that real leaders don't win and they send out. But wait, we have more. Welcome back, Sam Kahre, who will close us out with Imagine by John Lennon to take us into the night.
Dream big.
And do your dream. Take us away, Sam.
You got it. There you go.